The most upsetting thing for me about my Ilizarov surgery, at least at first, was that I was right-handed. And the thing that I worried about the most was how I was going to learn how to do things with my left hand. What I should have been worried about was learning how to do everything one-handed. Have you ever tied your shoes one-handed? I did for about 2 years. My tricks? First, be a teenager and be really bendable, so as to make the teeth available. And hope that you haven't stepped in anything like dog poop recently and smeared it all over the laces. Second, you know how you start by looping one lace around the other? And then pulling them tight? Well, loop the one lace around the other lace twice instead of just the once. It makes it so they stay tight on their own. How about eating food one-handed? How many teenagers want somebody else cutting up their food for them? That's embarrassing. Did you know that a spoon is actually better at cutting food than a fork? It takes some practice, and if you just recently learned that trick and are still practicing it when Thanksgiving comes around, you might dump your turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy into the lap of the person next to you. It could happen. Did it happen to the person sitting next to me? Yes. Yes, it did, during Thanksgiving dinner, with over a dozen extra people in attendance. That was embarrassing. I still prefer a spoon a lot when I'm eating. It's just a really versatile utensil. Doing my pants up with one hand was quite the trick to learn. Pretty much getting dressed with one hand was really hard, especially winter coats, especially oversized winter coats, because I had to keep my Ilizarov in front of my tummy inside of my coat. I had to learn to type on a keyboard one-handed, especially since my left-handed writing was so bad. Not even my teachers could read it. I could do the up and down motions pretty good, but I was no good at the side-to-side stuff, so it all looked like a bunch of vertical lines mostly. I could read it, sometimes. The trick with typing one-handed is learning how to use the shift key. I bet thumbs help with reach, but if you don't have thumbs, I was washing dishes one-handed, putting toothpaste on my toothbrush one-handed, shoveling snow one-handed. I even learned to work a lawnmower one-handed. I did find out early on that I could write in cursive backwards with my left hand. How did I find out that I could do that trick? The first time I had to sign something with my left hand, I tried to think about how to do it, but when pen hit paper, I automatically did it backwards. I had to run to a mirror to see if that's what I really just did. I used to have the most beautiful flowy penmanship before my Ilizarov surgery. I never learned to write with my right hand again. That's not entirely true. I can write with my right hand on a whiteboard. Nowadays, I don't do much writing anyway, and most of the typing I do now is designed to be one-handed. So yeah, it turns out that the body is really good at adapting to difficult circumstances. And with the tools and technology available these days, it really is amazing all of the things that humans are learning that they can do.